Hello everyone, today we will build a real website step by step. We will create a PRD, we will install ESLint and Prettier, we will use Next.js and Tailwind CSS in Cursor, and I will show you how we can develop a website with just a few good prompts. Welcome back to Vibe with AI. All right, let's dive right into it. First, we're gonna open a folder, Vibe with AI website, which is an empty folder, and we open it. So we have it as our root folder. As you can see, it's empty. And at first, we will write a PRD document. I will prompt the agent to do so for me because it's very important to always have a clear structure. This is good for the Claude agent and also for the Cursor agents in general to always have a clear structure. So I've prepared a little prompt already together with ChatGPT. I'm just gonna copy and paste in here. We can go through it. What it says: you're an expert product manager, create a short PRD, product requirements document for a personal website called Vibe with AI. The site represents an AI enthusiast and entrepreneur documenting his learning journey on YouTube. It should introduce Nicholas, myself, and Vibe with AI and what Vibe with AI stands for. Explain the three focus areas: vibe coding, vibe marketing, and automations. Invite users to book a free 30-minute AI consulting call. In case any company would like to collaborate with me, I'll offer that service. Include a section for YouTube for future video embeds. We're gonna use, as already mentioned, Next.js, Tailwind, and TypeScript as our tech stack. It should be responsive, minimal, and fast. Include SEO metadata for Vercel and so on. Yeah. That will be my first prompt, and let's see what happens. The agent is working, and then soon we should see up here on the left a PRD markdown file created. Well, there you go. Here is the PRD being created. I guess I forgot to tell it to save it in a MD file. I will do that now. Please save the doc in a MD file called PRD Vibe with AI website. There you go. All right. Now it should appear here in the folder structure. Okay, sorry, I paused the video for a second because the agent had a little bit of trouble with the folder since I moved it in my directory, but it eventually got there. And look, we have the PRD file here. We have a nice scope of the overview. We have the goals: introduce to Nicholas and the brand, educate on focus areas, convert via call to action, showcase, success indicators, the scope. The tech stack is here nicely specified. We will use Next.js, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS. So very, very nice. All right. Next, I will open my terminal, which I can do on the upper right here to click and have my terminal here. And I will open my Claude agent in my terminal. How I would do that is by typing Claude and hit enter. If you haven't installed Claude in your terminal yet, then you can do it by posting this command, which is npm install -g add anthropic -ai/claude -code. So once you hit enter here, the terminal will guide you through the different steps to install it. So you can use your Claude agent not only in the chat on the right, but also directly within your terminal. Let me show you how that looks. I will write Claude. Now I need to delete that command quickly. And then I type Claude, hit enter. And then it asks me if I trust, and there you go. I have Claude open. As we're starting from scratch a website project, the first thing is we want to install different frameworks that are called the tech stack. You can actually ask ChatGPT or any other language model to provide you with the right tech stack for a certain project. May it be a website, may it be a app for a mobile phone, and every different type of project has a different tech stack required. What we'll be using for the next website is Next.js, which is basically a framework built on React. You can think of it as kind of Lego blocks. You don't have to reinvent the wheel with everything, every component that a website has. And in these frameworks, you can access already what is a button, what is a container, and things like that. So we need to install those for the project to have access to it. So firstly, we're going to install Next.js. We're going to install also Tailwind CSS, which is a styling framework, font sizes and colors and all of that. We're also going to install TypeScript, which helps us with clean code and so on. I'm posting the prompt that I have already prepared with ChatGPT. Let's quickly read it together. It says, give me the exact commands and explanation to create a new Next.js project with TypeScript enabled, Tailwind CSS setup, ESLint integrated. Save the project in the Vibe with AI website folder where also the PRD is already saved. Explain briefly what each flag does and tell me what initial files and folder are created. There you go. Let's hit enter. The agent goes to work and is step by step creating those files. It's showing me the file structure. So as you can see, we are installing the different tech stacks, the different frameworks, the app, which is going to become our router. Here you can see the folder structure. So this all looks very good. Yes, proceed. And now it should be creating step by step. Do you want to proceed to create the TypeScript Tailwind ESLint app? Yes, please. There is an error in the directory, contains files that could not config PRD with Vibe. Let's say yes. What happens now? It wants to install Turbo Pack, which I realize gives sometimes some problems. So I will tell the Claude agent otherwise. All right, I'm using Whisperflow. Highly recommend the app to talk with the agent. I only need to press the function key and I can actually talk and dictate to the agent. Let's try this out. So yes, please go ahead and install the package. However, don't use TurboPack for now. There you go. Say yes. No TurboPack. That looks good. The rest should be installing. And look how nicely all the folders have been created here. Those are the packages installed. That looks all very good. You can start the development with run. All right. So the Next.js project is successfully created. The project is now set up with TypeScript, Tailwind, ESLint, app router, and your PRD is preserved, which is very good. We have created that file structure. Looks fantastic. So before we now move on and start prompting for the website, we will install ESLint and Prettier. This ESLint program or extension basically checks the code for mistakes, and Prettier makes sure the code is formatted. Again, very important to keep the code clean from the get-go. I have also prepared a prompt here already with ChatGPT that looks the following: set up Prettier and ESLint in this Next.js project. Prettier, ESLint, and add VS Code setting JSON file so Prettier can run on save. So for this to work, they need different folders. They're called as such. Pretty much GPT gave me this command ready when I told them that I want to install it. You don't need to know it in details, but yeah, those are the common folder names that you would find when you would install Prettier and ESLint. All right, let's go. And you will again see those folders being added or altered here on the left side. It's installing, install Prettier. Yes, I want to proceed. And there you go. You see some packages here on the left side being altered and being created. Create the Prettier TRC file. Yes, please create it. There you go. You see that file here, Prettier. It was created. Now it is creating the Prettier ignore file. Yes. Also good. Now it's creating the ESLint TRC JSON configuration. This all you don't have to know in detail, but it's good to understand and recognize the folder structure so you get a feeling that everything is set up correctly. That's always the first step, to make sure you have a clean and professional folder structure for your project. And this is a very typical structure that you would find on a website project, a Next.js project with Prettier and other things installed, and with the PRD planning. This is a very clean and good starting point. It's still changing a little bit the files to make them all communicate correctly. I guess ESLint and Prettier already at work. There you go. Prettier and ESLint setup is complete. Files are created. Those are the 4 typical files that you would want to see. And now you can run ESLint with those commands. The agent will do it from time to time to check before you commit anything to GitHub or anything like that, or to Git. It will run the code check so everything is clean and neat. In fact, talking about Git, I think we can add this folder structure as it is and initialize Git. So I would say start Git and add those files to commit. There you go. That's also very important. So we start the Git branch, the main branch, so we can always go back to a previously saved version of the website in case some sort of prompt destroys most of it. Yeah, we are adding all those files here. Also here, if you can go on this tab, you will see those is the Git tab. You see all these files are staged to be committed, and then you will see that the main is synced with the current working status. We have created the initial commit. Very good, as you can see here. And the main branch is synced. I will create another terminal window. It's always good from time to time to start fresh. I will again start Claude by typing Claude, my Claude engine in the terminal. And again, I have prepared a prompt with ChatGPT to give the initial structure, which I will paste in now. You can't read it now because when it's too much text, it will parse the text like this. But once I send it, we can have a look at it. I will send it now. And here you can see what my prompt was. You're an expert Next.js and Tailwind engineer. Built the first version of a personal website called Vibe with AI with the following sections: a hero banner, what I do, 3 cards, booking embedded Calendly in frame, an about section, and a footer section. This is basically what is creating. Also now asking me to create a .env local file. This is where you locally save all your keys, in this case, your YouTube key, Calendly link, LinkedIn, but also other keys that you just want protected in a safe file. Those files are always .env local files. So yes, we want to create that so we can then later add all our keys or whatever we might need that is private. We can add it there, and it will not be pushed into the public code or accessible folders. Let's create it. You want to proceed? Yes. And now it's actually starting to code and design the first landing page step by step. I'm sure it will take a few minutes, and then we can have a look at the initial result. All right, that took a few minutes, but as you can see, it is done now. It created the landing page with different components. You can see here in your folder structure, in the source app, it created the page TSX, which is your landing page. It has some global styling settings and layout, and in your components folder, it created the UI, the about page, the booking footer and hero section. So those all are in components that the page will draw from. So this is the folder structure. All right, now let's have a look. We can see this by opening a new terminal, and I write npm run dev. This should open a local host, as you can see, that which will open a link. Here we can now see the result of the first prompt. It has a hero section. I'm diving deep into AI, follow on YouTube, book 30-minute call, what I do, vibe coding, vibe marketing, automations. Wait, this looks still a little bit weird, but we will adjust it later. Here will be the Calendly link that you can then later book a consulting call with me, and hear a little bit something about me, a short story. Well, not too bad as a start. Now let's look to add a hero banner here and add a picture for me down here, and then we will fix the Calendly link, and then I think we have a good starting point for the first go. All right, so it's telling me add your YouTube banner image to public banner to public folder, which is here on the left that I just opened before. So I will drag the banner that I want to use for now into this public folder. There you go. And I will inform the agent. All right, I have added the banner called Vibe with AI banner pick in the public folder. Please add it to the hero section. You want yes. In the meanwhile, I will also add a personal picture to the public folder. In here, that will be then the next task that we can see here. I will close it for now. Okay, let's have a look. Let's refresh. No, it's not working yet. So for some reason, I cannot yet see the hero picture added to the hero section on the link that I have, although I refreshed. A little bit of live troubleshooting. Let's see if it can fix it. I'm sure it's probably a small error that it has. I can see the issue. Very good. With capital, okay. Yes, with spelling, you need to be very careful. If you have capital letters or small letters, the agent can get very confused. So fix, let's see if we can see it now. There you go. But it is too small, so I can only see it half of the time. So I will go back and I will inform the agent again. Very nice. I can see now the hero banner, although it's cut in the middle, it should cover the entire hero section. Also, where there is the call to action and text, it should be a background picture. So please make sure it fills out the entire hero section. All right. Yes, you want to add it to hero TCX to the hero section. Yes, I do want to do that. It's composing, and let's see if the problem is fixed. There you go. All right, we have the hero banner here. That is great. We have the section here. The Calendly link is still not working, and we need this picture. All right, then let's get those last two steps done. You can see that I also added a picture called NJ website pic, which is my personal picture. Please add that picture to my personal story as the last section on the website. Okay, let's let it add that. And then I copied my Calendly link, and I will also add it in the NV file. Calendly URL is obviously a placeholder. And I will paste the actual link, and I will command save it. All right, then I can close this again, and I will have a look in the .env file. I also added you the actual Calendly link to book the appointments with me. Please add the correct link. All right, let's have a look. Amazing. I already saw here is the right Calendly link. You can book a call. That seems to work. Here, the picture and the story is added. Not perfectly yet aesthetically distributed, but quite all right. I think I want the agent to move the picture a little bit up and maybe improve the aesthetics a little bit. But that's our first landing page in a few minutes that we can expand on step by step. I will again save the status. I will say, please git add and commit. So the current status is saved. Let it go through. Again, here we can see all the new files that have been touched. Obviously, all of them are staged and added and are being committed to another saving status that you can see here. Yes, please proceed. And now they have been committed. You can see there has been another Git status been committed with all the nodes, so you can track the progress. So that was very nice progress that we made. We created the website Vibe with AI from scratch. We've learned about a nice folder structure, how to install different tech stacks and frameworks, set up the entire environment with Next.js and Tailwind, added Prettier and ESLint to keep things clean and the code nicely structured. Now, next episode will be exciting. We will take the project live. We will connect it to GitHub. We will connect it to Vercel for deployment and connect it to my GoDaddy domain so the website is actually live. I'll run you through in detail so you know how to take a website from scratch and put it live on the internet.